Actually, you raised the screen.
Joey! Okay, he's not.
Hello, Mary Lou Babineau supporters. It is great to be in a room with all of you dedicated volunteers, all of you dedicated voters, and all of you supporters. I'm Brad Cross. I'm not going to say much. What I want to do is introduce David Kuhn. As you know, you're MLA for Fredericton South. And David Kuhn has a couple words that he wants to say to you.
Thank you, Brad Cross. Just to be clear, Brad Cross. Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure and truthfully my honor to introduce one of the hardest working candidates I've ever run into. I couldn't keep up with her going door to door, I'll tell you. One of the most amazing, most awesome candidates that anyone could want in any party, and we had her as the Green Party candidate in Fredericton, and she worked so hard for so long, surrounded by such an amazing team. Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Lou Babineau.
Thank you all so much for being here. There is nothing like the feeling that I had when I walked in the door and looked around and saw all of the faces that have been by my side for the past 7 months. That was just the best feeling. Thank you so much for coming out tonight and for coming here in spite of the Blue Jays game. I was kind of concerned that maybe I would lose out to the Blue Jays, but oh, and so you can imagine that just magnified this the gratitude that they're here. Nothing prepares you really for the range of experiences and emotions that you go through in a political campaign, especially one that was as intense and as interesting as this campaign was. As many of you know, because you've been with me for months now, we were one of the ridings that has been the focus of the entire nation. And that has been an incredible experience. And the experience started, I'll tell you a story about how it all started. Back in the fall, I had a colleague of mine come to my office. Andy. Where's Andy? There he is. I ran in 2008, and it was very intense then as well. I had a 6-month-old baby at the time, this one right here, and it was more than I had bargained for. Let's put it that way. And I don't think that I was really prepared to consider running in another political campaign at that time. And Andy came to my office and he said, "Mary Lou, there's going to be an election next year. What would you think? Would you consider running for the Green Party?" And I looked over at him without any hesitation, and I said, "Andy, under no circumstances. And Andy looked right back at me and said, "So, what I'm hearing is a tentative no." And that man kept coming back to my office over and over and over again until look at where we are on October 19th. So to him we owe the sort of beginning of this entire process. So thank you, Andy. Because the truth of the matter is that although the 2008 campaign was a wonderful experience, and I think without the 2008 campaign, I wouldn't really have an appreciation for everything that's happened this time. The 2008 campaign was run with 6 volunteers and a $7,000 budget, and that was it. And we came in dead last in 2008. But we did clear a little over 10% of the vote. So based on that experience, I have such an appreciation for the kind of campaign that we were able to run this year. The energy behind it and the growth that I directly experienced because of my experience 7 years ago. And that has been just so inspiring. We have come a long way. We are now sitting, although we were hoping for a win, we are sitting in 3rd place.
Hey! Hey!
And the Green Party has never placed 3rd in a federal election in this riding. So, it is an historic event. And I am happy about that. The other things that I am incredibly grateful for, I'm going to give you my gratitude list here. I am grateful for the kind of campaign that we ran. I am grateful and very proud that we ran a positive and inspiring campaign. I am proud. I am proud that we ran with the party with the hands down most visionary and strong platform in this country. I am proud of that. And I am very proud to have run for a political party that not only never impeded me from speaking the truth to the people in this riding, but it encouraged me to speak the truth, even when that was not popular. And I am grateful for that. Because as a result of that, I have more things to be grateful for. As a result of my ability to speak and tell the truth as I saw it, I had the incredibly humbling experience many times over of people telling me, I have never voted before in my life, but I am going to be registered and I am going to vote for you.
Yep.
There is nothing more gratifying than to hear someone say that. I have never voted before, but I will be voting Green in this election because of something that you said, Mary Lou, or something that I read in your platform, or something that motivated someone for the first time to go and to vote. That is amazing. I'm also very, very grateful for the incredible team that I have had around me. I can honestly say that we have not had one down moment throughout 7 months. These people have stuck together. They have stood behind me. They have been not only supportive, they have been cheerful and encouraging and inspiring every step of the way. It is unbelievable. We are the envy of every campaign in this riding. great debt of gratitude. My first campaign manager, Maggie Fitzgerald, who got us off to a very strong start and had to leave in August because she started a PhD program in Ottawa. From that strong start, I have, again, a campaign manager that is the envy of every campaign in this city. And I've been told that. That's not just my speculation. And that's my brother, Mike Babineau, who stepped up and ran a campaign the likes of which this city has never seen. And he did it because he has such a rare skill set that allows him to motivate people, to make people like working with him and working for him and working with each other around him. There are not many people who have that kind of a skill set, and Michael has it and stays calm and never, ever, ever was flapped at any moment.
Well,
so that was wonderful. I have had a wonderful staff, and I am so grateful for the staff that has stood beside me through this whole process. And I have had an amazing team of volunteers who have walked with me we were talking today, we estimate in or around 12,000 doors that I knocked on. And I was never, ever alone. 12,000 doors that one of you were always by my side for. That is amazing. The canvassers, the sign team. How many times have I heard, your signs are incredible. You are winning this sign war. Who is doing your signs? They're sort of the unseen people who are walking, you know, the sun goes down and out goes the sign team. Wake up and there's a new sign. There's a sign blitz over there. It was amazing. In fact, at one point, the Liberal campaign said to my brother, will you people stop with the signs already? Like, we're ready to quit here, we're tired, and we can't because you people just keep going with the signs. We've had data entry people, we've had people making warm and fuzzies, we've had people at the front desk, and that first impression when people walk in, they have made everyone feel so welcome. We have had people do cooking. We have had people do errands. We have had people driving today. How many people have been driving? These are all unpaid hours that you all have put in, and there would be no campaign without you all. So thank you. And aside from the wonderful work that you've done, the caliber of people that you are, and that I have had the great honor and privilege of meeting you and getting to know you and your stories, and that has been incredible. And I just, thank you just doesn't even begin to cover it, but thank you so much to every one of you. And one more thing I would just like to mention that has been inspiring and that is so positive for us is the reaction that I've had in the schools. And that's really important to me because I think it points the way of the future. I have spoken in every high school in the riding, many middle schools, some elementary schools, and also a daycare. And let me tell you the daycare story. The teacher called me in the summer and she said, I run a daycare and I sit down with my children every Friday and we talk about what we would like to learn the following week. So I guess the children are participating in a bit in the curriculum. And they told me this week that they wanted to talk about politics. They said politics. And she said, I said to them, well, what do you know about politics? And these little children said, we know the Green Party. So the 5-year-olds want to talk about politics, and for them, politics is the Green Party. That's the end. And that's the end of that story. So she said to me, would you come in and talk to these daycare children? And I said, absolutely. I would love to talk to them. So in we went, Naomi came with me, and we had a nice chat about the Green Party and the animals and the trees and the air. You did, you're right, yeah, but you were there for the first part. And the endangered habitats, and we had this wonderful discussion, and at the end of the day they said, Mary Lou, can you come back every day? So this is a sign, right? This is where we are headed. And although it's not happening perhaps as fast as we would like it to, we are going in that direction. And my friends, the future is green. Our future is green, and I will be there for it, and so will all of you. So on that note, I would like to thank you all once again for everything you have done to support me and everything you have done to make this experience so exceptional beyond all of my expectations. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, the only person you didn't thank, Mary Lou, is yourself for going up. So thank you, Mary Lou. We're going to have a little film presentation here that's only a couple of minutes long. It'll happen in a minute, right?
Yes.
And then after that, there's some other festivities that we're going to move on with. But thanks, Mary Lou, and here we go.
This film was made by Maria Jose Burgos, who's sitting right there, and she's a St. Thomas University student, and she did a little film about Mary Lou as a mother.
C'était un bon speech. Hang in there. Hang in there. On est tous ici pour une raison, right? Tous pour une raison.
The first time Mary Lou Babineau ran as candidate for the federal elections, she was a full-time teacher at St. Thomas University, and her daughter Naomi was 6 months. Growing up with a hardworking mother taught Babineau how strong and accomplished women can be. So 7 years later, with her mother as her inspiration, she decided to run again for the Green Party. Michael Babineau is the candidate's campaign manager as well as his older brother.
she really holds true to you know, a hardworking person and somebody that believes in family values and believes in community and support. She's been on multiple boards of directors here in the city. She's been president of the union. I mean, she's always taken on more to help the community.
And how about when you stand on one foot? Yeah, good. Do you put your foot up like this sometimes?
Babineau accepts the campaign can be a disruption to her child's life, but she knows this power of example will benefit her daughter in the end.
It's much more powerful when you are a living example of what it is to be out in a leadership position, to be a public figure, to be speaking up for people. It's much more powerful that my daughters see her mother doing that.
Babineau believes it's a good thing for children to be part of the political process. It's the perfect way for them to learn that even mothers can do it. The most rewarding thing of the campaign for her is the positive impact that she's having on her daughter. It's what she will remember the most. For Stu Journalism, this is Maria Burgos.
Okay, music will resume, the party will take on, there are pinatas to come, other kinds of games.